This is Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. I'm Joe Reed. Michele Cobb has been with me for the entire week. Her theme has been surprising choices. And what is the surprising choice you're ending the week with, Michele?
CRYPTOMANIA, Hype, Hope, and the Fall of FTX's Billion-Dollar FinTech Empire by Andrew R Chow, read by Eric Yang.
So which part is the surprising choice here? Because the whole thing is one huge surprising choice to me.
Well, Sam Bankman-Fried basically made, many surprising choices. So
As did the people who invested. But anyway, go ahead.
it's interesting because cryptocurrency was professed or is professed to be safer commerce, and it was set up outside of existing financial systems and governments. The idea was that it's accessible to everyone and it brings opportunity to earn in new ways. But
But
yeah, in the world of cryptocurrency, risk is king. And Chow's book unpacks the story of Sam Bankman Fried, otherwise known as SBF, and Futures Exchange, otherwise known as FTX, the large and now failed crypto, what I like to call pyramid scheme. And, it proved to be less safe than banks due to limited oversight, mismanagement, and inflated value.
yeah.
There is a lot of background in this. Despite that, I still fail to understand how people tolerate this risk and how such things like NFTs rose in value, and that's covered. They're trackable, they're scalable, but the perceived value being so high for a time brought new commerce to populations that desperately needed it. However, it's kind of being shored up by smoke and mirrors. So,
Now, this is a complicated story. So I want to know first how the author conveyed it. Was he clear? And then how was Eric Yang in narrating it? Because it's dense.
yeah, the author was clear. I think he had some changes in his own thinking because he initially seems to support SBF and the kind of cult of personality that Sam Bankman Fried was, because he became the face of a new currency. And the author at least tries to explain the background, the choices that SBF is making. And initially, they do seem to come from a good place. He had a penchant for working hard, but he also wanted to beat other people at their own game. And he embraced these principles of effective altruism, though
Hmm.
not 100%. So, in hearing all that, it's like, okay, well, he doesn't seem like a terrible human at the start, but he's in jail now for a reason. So,
Now, who is Andrew Chow to be explaining this to us? What's his background?
he's a correspondent for Time.
Okay. So he's a journalist, which means he knows how to explain these things.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I think
which is nice.
the narrator, Eric Yang, has that same journalistic detachment. He's got
Hmm.
great pace, and he doesn't overly sensationalize the things that seemed incredible to me as I was listening to them and sort of walking down this crypto rabbit hole.
Well, why don't we hear a little bit? Do you need to explain any of this?
This is really just some of the players being introduced.
Okay, this is Cryptomania by Andrew R Chow, read by Eric Yang.
Sam was the poster child of this internet money uprising. While crypto had made him the world's richest person under 30, he preferred to talk about how crypto was benefiting those most in need, banking the unbanked, and leading to financial inclusion and equitable access. His ardent supporters went even further, claiming that crypto would lead to universal wealth and become the bedrock of a new era of the internet that would be fairer, friendlier, more empowering. In the midst of a suffocating pandemic, this rose gold vision soon captured the hearts of artists, investors, and gamers across the world. Many of them risk-seeking idealists who thought they had finally discovered an oasis outside the traditional strictures of analog society, where they could pursue their passions and make untold riches in the process. They included the Nigerian artist Owo Anyetie, who became an overnight NFT millionaire, and the Hong Kong-based financial analyst Christine Chu, who followed Sam to the Bahamas to join FTX. But while Sam monologued about leading people like Owo and Christine toward new horizons, he was actually building a Jenga tower of insanely risky financial instruments on a foundation of mistakes borrowed from the 2008 financial crisis, and replicating many manias that had swept up societies throughout history.
Oh, he's a good narrator. I mean, he really is lucid in his narration. He keeps this complex story really clear, and I actually really like the quality of his voice too.
Yeah, and he keeps it moving. I mean,
Yep.
this is longer than a number of things I listened to this month, but it felt pretty zippy.
Yeah. But not too zippy because you have to be able to take it in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, it did hurt my brain a little. But but again, it was like, why would someone believe that this is a good idea? you know.
Yeah, well,
So surprising choices. There you go.
surprising choices. You got that right. And that was Cryptocurrency, Hype, Hope, and the Fall of FTX's billion-dollar fintech empire by Andrew R Chow, read by Eric Yang. Michele, a pleasure as always, and I will talk to you next month.
Actually, I think we're going to talk in the new year.
I will talk to you in the new year. I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
I will. I'll be getting to interview lots of the best of the year narrators. So
What fun.
lots of good stuff to come.
Good. Support for today's episode of Behind the Mic comes from Zondervan, publisher of Celebrate Every Day, Seeing the Extraordinary in the Ordinary, by best-selling author Shauna Niequist. Available everywhere audiobooks are sold. Behind the Mic is produced by Jessica Lockhart. Robin Whitten, Michele Cobb, Emily Connolly, Alan Minskoff, and Kendra Winchester are our contributors. Jennifer Dahl is our editor, and the music is William Ross Chernoff's Nomads, 4-Way. And I'm your host, Jo Reed. Good listening.